Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Best gets into a good position. Towering header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Patrick. Ferguson. And he's chosen to go back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now, can they get him away? And it's Dembele. And this is Ronaldinho. Chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And this is Hazard. Well seen, saw that coming. Arsenal are behind here, despite their domination of possession.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Nesta. It's going to be another throw. Best. Ronaldinho. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Patrick. And it's Mendes. Looking to play him in. And this is Ronaldinho. Goes for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Mendes, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Nuno Mendes. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nuno Mendes. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pressing high and with purpose. And it's Mendes. Looking for options for movement. He can run onto that. They're urging him to shoot. There's the header! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Mendes scooting forward. Lovely feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nicely worked. That has ended up in no man's land. The pass has gone astray. Dembele.
Arsenal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Strong running down that left flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Mendes, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
He's picked and the shot! Off the post!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Patrick. Now it's Dembele. Borussia Dortmund are looking to break at pace. Oh, what has happened here? The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Arsenal unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Thank you for your cooperation.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 13, Dembele.
And we get things going again.
Arsenal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Ibrahimovic, cleared without hesitation. Ferguson. Nesta proves too strong, too smart. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nuno Mendes. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Done delicately. He's having a shot! It's bounced back off the post. And that's in. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Ibrahimovic at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Number 21.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Arsenal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Knocks it into space, and he's picked out the run. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Sane going face-to-face with his great rival. Best. Now it's Hullet. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well timed, excellent interception. Great ball if he can get there. Great chance! And there's a goal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Borussia Dortmund go up by 2 and are looking good.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Sané.
Oh, really well played.
Sané. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's had a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And it's hit the woodwork again! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Borussia Dortmund visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
No, it's come to nothing. He has found the... It's Ibrahimovic! He lifts the roof! You just know there is no stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Patrick. Nicely spread. Foot in. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Floated through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nuno Mendes.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And claimed it back swiftly. Patrick. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. They really do have to make something of this. Sané! Sensational from Sané! A finish right from the top draw. And that is that's the end. Arsenal cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.